This is Danielle, and this is my recording for week 8. When we're talking about threads. I used the HTTP and URL project, and based on that, I added threads to kind of make simultaneous requests, and basically that's the result. It's kind of simple, but I just added in my thread class which implements the runnable interface and the run method down here. The run method basically just makes a call to the get user method that is defined up here. And when I initiate the class, I just pass a URL and a name. This URL is going to be used in the request to get the users. It's a URL that brings random users. Um, and basically that's what I did for the HTTP and URL project. But in that project, when we were making multiple requests, we had to wait until the first request was done, and then we could make another call, and after that we would make another call. And here we're I implemented basically 5 threads, no, actually 4 threads, which has a maximum of 3 at a time. And these are the URLs that are basically the same. The difference that the numbers of users being returned. In the first request, I'm returning 50 users. The second, I'm returning 20 users, then 10 users, and then 5 users. And I'm executing them one after the other. So first comes first, second comes second, third comes third, and the fourth comes fourth. But because of the numbers of users being returned, it is expected that the third, for example, returns 10 users a little bit faster than the first uh, request that is returning 50, which is five times more. And as I run, I'm going to run it so that we can see it, what is happening. Okay, so here I initialized the first request, then it ignited the third and then the second, and basically straight away we had um, the third request is completed first. Then after that we have a space for one more thread, and the fourth thread is added, and then the first thread is completed, then the second, and then the fourth. Um, let's say that instead of returning 100, the third, I'm going to return 500. Let's see what happens. It's building, and okay, I have all of them again. And as you can see here, it initiated the first, then the second, then the third, and the second. And at this time, the first request completed first, and then I initialized the fourth, and then the second return completed second, the third because of the, even though this one was called first, the third was called first, and then the second, but because of the amount of users being returned, it took a little bit longer to the third request to be completed. And basically that's it. As we can see here, we're executing multiple, I would say multiple tasks at the same time, instead of waiting until the first is completed and then the other. And basically that's happening because of threads, which are basically a way to execute a program outside of the mainstream of execution, kind of that. Um, and we do that by implementing a runnable. And here we're using this executor to basically ignite the run method, which is implemented in the myThread class, and it has to be implemented to be executed. I can only pass a object here which implements the runnable, and the runnable interface requires to implement the run method. So basically that's it. Um, so this is it for the thread, runnables, and executors. Thanks for watching.